Meta just put the final nail in the coffin for the Quest 1. So that's it, right? Throw your Quest 1 away, it's no longer good, it's not worth owning anymore. Not exactly. That's what some people seem to think, but let me tell you exactly what is actually happening and why it's not as big of a deal as a lot of people say. This coming May, the Quest 1 will actually be 4 years old, which is insane. And being at 4 years old, it is reaching its end of supported life. And why I say supported life is because the Quest 1 will continue to live on with those nice deep black OLED displays, and a lot of people are going to continue to use them just because they liked the hardware and they don't need to upgrade. And the key here is the fact that you're actually still going to be able to use your Quest 1. Meta just emailed pretty much everyone, so you probably got an email as well, talking about the Quest 1, specifically saying, we launched Quest 1 over 4 years ago, which is kind of a shadowy statement because technically it didn't launch publicly until May of 2019. They launched it in the sense that they showed it at Connect the previous year, so I guess technically you could say 4 years, but in May it'll be 4 years it's actually been released. But anyways, it continues, we are grateful to the Quest 1 community for pushing VR forward. As we look to the future, we remain committed to supporting the community of Quest 1 users and will continue to support the headset with a few changes. Okay, so see, support is not going away, it'll still be usable, but there's some things that are going to be changing, and let's go over those. First off, you'll still be able to use your Quest 1 headset and available apps. That is not changing. You're not going to lose your library, you're not going to lose access to the Quest store or to multiplayer, but we'll get into that in just a second. Number 2, we won't be shipping new features to Quest 1. This has kind of already started to happen. A lot of the new features that are coming out for the Quest platform are coming out for Quest 2 only, and that is going to change this year so that officially no more new features are going to come to Quest 1. Not a surprise, it's older hardware, so it happens with everything from phones to other electronics. It's just reached a point where they're not going to be updating it. Now, they also say we plan to continue maintaining the system software with critical bug fixes and security patches until 2024. So up until 2024, they will be releasing updates that'll have things like bug fixes, critical bug fixes, it says, and security patches. After that, those are going to be stopped as well, and it'll just hit a point where it gets a certain system software level and it just ends there. Keep in mind that the Quest 1 runs on Android, so it is pretty much a phone. I don't know about you, but generally speaking, I don't have like a 5-year-old phone that is continually getting updates and continues to be supported because they've already moved on past that. This next thing is where everyone's kind of gone nuts, and this is Quest 1 users will no longer be able to create or join a party. A party. Not multiplayer, a party. So keep this in mind, okay? I personally do not use parties all that much for the Oculus, or not Oculus anymore, but the Meta Quest party system because it sucks. I mean, 90% of the time, I have to wait in the party and keep sending invites because they either don't get a notification, it doesn't work when they try to join, or I can't hear them, so they have to exit out and get back in. I almost always use the in-game party system if there is one, room codes, whatever. It's always easier. At least in my experience and in the experience of every one of my family and friends I jump in with and a lot of the content creators I play with. So moving forward, Quest 1 will not be able to use that party system. In my opinion, it is already broken. And in all honesty, it's not going to be a massive deal. Pretty much every game has room codes, a party system, or some way to connect with your friends and family. You're just going to have to do that inside of the games now instead of in a party for Quest 1 moving forward. This is not eliminating multiplayer. I see it all over the place. Some people are assuming or thinking or for some reason making the assumption that multiplayer is being revoked for the Quest 1. That is not accurate. All of the games that you have on Quest 1 that have multiplayer are still going to be playable online. There is no reason for them to remove that because the software is already there. The servers are already online. There is zero reason to actually stop you from playing the game in multiplayer. They are just changing the party system in a way that the Quest 1 will not be able to continue to use it. It is disappointing in the sense that there are people that I know that actually do use it. So if you have a Quest 1, it'll be a little bit more of a pain, but it still will allow you to play with your friends and family, so it is not the end of the world. Annoying, yes, but for a 4-year-old piece of hardware, it's not that bad. The next bit says Quest 1 users who currently have access to Meta Horizon Home social features will lose access to these features on March 5th of 2023. You won't be able to invite others to see your home or visit someone else's home. This is right in hand with that party system type of thing. If you have those social features on your Quest 1 where you can invite someone into your Horizon home or go there, that disappears as well. Again, part of their social system, their social platform is evolving and it's moving past what the Quest 1 is capable of keeping up with, which is why they are doing this. Is it going to be annoying not to have that? Sure, if you use it a lot. But the key is multiplayer will still work. I don't know why. I've seen it all over the place. People up in arms about the fact that multiplayer is not going to work. Why are they taking multiplayer support away from Quest 1? This is ridiculous. All I have is a Quest 1. You still have multiplayer. Yes, you don't have parties, but thankfully you still have the ability to use all of your applications. I'm not defending Meta sunsetting support for the Quest 1. What I am saying, though, is the facts say that Quest 1 will still play all of your online games, and it'll still play your entire library. You're not losing anything that you had when you bought the Quest 1. Parties were added later after the Quest 1 launched, so the reality is you actually are just keeping the platform that you originally bought into. Is it disappointing to hear about the sunsetting of the Quest 1? Of course. It revolutionized consumer VR in a way that no one could have expected. It allowed for a revolution of VR to consumers and brought us the Quest 2. So yes, it's the end of an era for Quest 1, but not really, because it's still a great system. If you don't have a Quest 2, enjoy that Quest 1. You can't join parties, but you can still play online, and heck, you've got OLED displays, so enjoy the deep blacks, and enjoy the continued game releases. Just because it's not getting support and updates doesn't mean you're not going to get some of the newer games as well. Obviously, you've seen Quest 2 get games that are just for Quest 2, and that's becoming increasingly more popular or more common, and that'll continue to happen until eventually games are not released on the platform. When it was built, the technology was already, 2 or 3 years old? It was going into Quest 1. So really, this technology is like 6 or 7 years old, yet it's still running and still able to play a lot of the games. So even though I'm not defending the choices that Meta makes, I want you to have the facts, not the hyped up, crazy train stuff running around on social media that people say is the end of the world and the Quest 1 is a brick that can sit on your desk now. That is not even close to accurate. I still have a Quest 1, and from time to time I break it out and use it just because I like the blacks and it's fun to go back and see the difference. With the launch of Quest 3 later on this year, that's going to drive prices of the Quest 2 down, of used Quest 2s, so you'll be able to actually get your Quest 2 for a much better price if you want to update to a Quest 2 later this year after Quest 3 launches. And I know this is a long talking video of me just rambling on, but I just really wanted everyone to get the facts about what this actually meant. What this means for you if you want a Quest 1, for your friends. I saw several people that were talking about, I'm the only one with a Quest 2, all of my friends still have a Quest 1. That doesn't mean you can't play together. It might be a little more annoying because you can't join a party, but you can still join rooms together and you can still play together. So some features are going away and support is officially being ended for updates, but at least they have not announced that games are ending or the store is closing for Quest 1. That would be extremely detrimental and really bad for the platform. What do you think, though? Please let me know in the comments. Please be kind and nice to each other. Please don't fight in the comments. I see a lot of division when it comes to stuff like this, so please just be considerate and let's just stand together on how awesome VR is and how great of a life the Quest 1 has already had over the past nearly 4 years. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my rambling. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for continued VR coverage, and we will see you next time.